He was a joy. He was a funny kid. He had so much excitement.
Whatever group he interacted with, they were all so excited to see it show up because he was a good friend.
Growing up with Rory was great. The day before Rory died was just like any other day. It was a beautiful Saturday.
You know, no one knew that when he walked out the door that he wasn't going to come home.
We see the consequences of impaired driving in the trauma center virtually every day. The impact of alcohol on traffic fatalities is simply enormous.
Rory and his friend Adam were struck by a car driven by a very drunk driver.
Rory and Adam were walking across the street and they got struck while they were in the crosswalk.
He was driving recklessly, 76 miles an hour, with no regard to who might be in his way.
Adam was thrown across the median and killed instantly. My son was still alive.
And then he pulled his car over, got out of the car, went over to my brother, lifted his arm,
And dropped it, and then got in his car and drove away.
Didn't even have the compassion to stay there with them. So.
Tonight we're conducting an impaired driver checkpoint.
Checkpoint Strike Force is a program that is designed to intervene and take those impaired drivers off the roadway before the fatal collision can occur.
Turn the engine off, step by the car for me, please.
If we can save a life tonight by taking an impaired driver off the street, you know, that's one life we save.
If we give them a break, we could put somebody in danger. We could cause somebody's life to be taken that night. If you drive out here impaired, you will be arrested. Impaired driving fatalities are senseless because it's a decision that did not need to happen.
It's 100% preventable.
When people drink and drive, they make a conscious decision.
You know drunk driving is a crime when you do it. And there's so many options out there to do the right thing.
I think the hardest part of the job is probably telling somebody that they've lost somebody they love.
And it's something you never get used to, nor should you get used to it.
I mean, I made calls like that all day long. There's nothing that prepares you for that.
A day doesn't go by for me that I don't think of my son not being here, not sharing in the fullness of life.
I had 22 great years with Rory. And now I'm going to live 2 more lifetimes without my brother.
Even one impaired driving death is too many. We are all working towards 0 deaths in DC.
Because every life counts.